Acceptance does not mean agreeing, approving, or affirming something. It simply means acknowledging reality as it is in this moment. Hi, and welcome to Sense of Synergy channel. I'm Carolina, and I'm a hypnopsychotherapist, mindfulness teacher, and I have almost 10 years of working experience in the mental health sector. Over the years, I've supported countless individuals towards better mental health and well-being. And today, I'm bringing those insights and tools with me to this channel. So if you're interested in topics like personal growth and development, make sure you stick around with me. In this series, I'll walk you through 9 mindfulness attitudes. Mindfulness attitudes are more than just ideas. They're guiding principles and ways of approaching and relating to yourself, others, your experiences, and the world around you. Often when we say words like, it is what it is, or I've already accepted it, we think we mean acceptance, but really what we're saying is, I'm tired of this. I gave up on this, or I stopped caring. And those words come with a sense of heaviness and defeat, and that's not what acceptance is about. So in today's video, we talk about the 7th mindfulness attitude, acceptance. Acceptance does not mean agreeing, approving, or affirming something. It simply means acknowledging reality as it is in this moment without trying to argue with it, be resistant to it, deny it, or pretend that it's something else. Without trying to sugarcoat it or pretend that it's more positive than it actually is. It's about saying things are the way they are, whether I like it, want it, or feel comfortable with it. Think of it like noticing that it's raining outside. You look out the window and go, okay, it's raining. You don't overthink it, overanalyze it, doubt it, second guess it, judge it, or obsess over it. It's raining. You just simply acknowledge it. You may not like the rain, and you may wish it wasn't raining, but it is. And fighting the fact that it's raining won't make it stop. It won't change how heavy it is or how long it's going to last. But accepting that it is raining allows you to focus on how you want to respond to this. Do you grab an umbrella, put on a raincoat, take a bus instead of walking? The same principle applies to our thoughts, emotions, and the way we experience everyday life situations. Latching onto thoughts, overanalyzing them, judging ourselves for having them, or trying to fight against them won't change the fact that they're still happening. Obsessing over situations, ruminating about them, replaying things that didn't work out months or years ago, or constantly worrying about things that may or may not happen. They're all very common traps that we fall into and sources of a lot of our daily stress. And all those things drain your mind and affect your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself, and leave your body feeling tense, stressed, and anxious. And also worth mentioning that equally, telling yourself that things don't affect you emotionally is like standing outside saying it's not raining whilst you're completely soaked. Acceptance doesn't instantly fix things, but when we're trying to accept things without trying to resist them or fight them or deny them, we give ourselves 2 things: space to breathe and pause, an opportunity to decide how we want to respond rather than react to the situation. And here are your 3 ways in which you can start practicing more acceptance in your everyday life. Number 1, accept it before you change it. Acceptance is the first step to real change. Think about something that you're trying to improve about yourself or your life, something that you're trying to change, or maybe even a habit that you're trying to reduce or get rid of. You first need to notice and acknowledge that it exists, don't you? You need to face it. You can't change something that you're denying, ignoring, or avoiding. For example, you can't change the way you respond to emotional or stressful situations if you always numb yourself out or distract yourself from feeling those emotions. Remember, it's about facing things as they are, even when they feel uncomfortable. So try and ask yourself these questions. Is there something in my life that I've been avoiding seeing or acknowledging as it is? Is there something that I've been trying to make myself believe it's better or more positive than it is? Have I been leaning towards toxic positivity, telling myself that everything's fine or I'm fine, whilst ignoring how I'm actually feeling? Or maybe have I been saying or thinking things like, yeah, I've accepted it, but underneath those words, there wasn't acceptance, more defeat and hopelessness. And that brings us to the final question here. Can you accept it before you try to change it? Number 2, identify your resistance points. It may be helpful to think about acceptance as the opposite of resistance. And this is another thing we can reflect on and explore within us. And because we're all different, we may have individual resistance points, so to speak. So, when does resistance show up for you? What kinds of situations evoke it? Is there a pattern behind the types of people, types of places, or experiences that tend to lead to you feeling resistance? And how does it actually feel to feel resistance? Do you associate it with an emotion, body sensation, or certain types of thoughts? And finally, how do you know when you're reacting from resistance? A very common example that applies to many of us in everyday life is being stuck in traffic. So you're already there, you can't move faster or get ahead. You're stuck. There's nothing you can do about it. And yet, your heart is racing, your body tenses, frustration builds. Maybe you even start beeping your horn, trying to rush past others, or feeling irritated for the rest of the day. So that is resistance in action in everyday life situation. And resistance drains our energy, it creates stress in our body and mind, right? But it doesn't actually change anything about the situation that we're in. So, next time you face a situation like this, whether it's being stuck in traffic on something entirely different, try and apply this mindfulness attitude of acceptance. Number 3, enter the growth mindset. Do you constantly expect and demand things from yourself? Push yourself to do more, to be productive all the time, to always be on it, even when you're tired, drained, or emotionally depleted? Or on the opposite side, do you find yourself stuck in the belief that you're unchangeable, that you've tried so many times or tried so many things, and there's no point in doing it anymore? Bring to mind something that you've tried to change about yourself or your life before. It may be a behavior, a habit, or even the type of relationships that you have in your life? And do you have that voice in your mind saying, this is just me, I'm not going to change? Ask yourself, does that sound like acceptance or like resignation? Now, try offering yourself a different statement, something softer, more hopeful, and more accepting. You might say, these are behaviors I've had for a long time. I may not know how to be different right now, but change is possible. And notice how that lands in your mind, in your body, and how you feel about yourself when you shift that perspective from judging yourself and feeling that sense of defeat and resignation about yourself to accepting, acknowledging, and opening up to possibility of change. Now, let's reflect on the expectations you put on yourself. Do you always expect yourself to be 100%? Do you feel guilty or lazy when you're resting or trying to take some time to relax? On your next day, when you feel tired, unmotivated, or emotionally drained, instead of just pushing through everything or criticizing yourself for not feeling 100% productive and motivated, offer yourself these questions. Can I allow myself to feel this? Can I accept that my mind and body are feeling this way today? Saying those words to yourself may feel quite strange, but that's okay because sometimes it takes time to learn how to be kinder and more accepting to yourself. And no, you're not giving yourself permission to be lazy or to forget about your adult responsibilities. You're simply being realistic about how much your mind and body are able to do for you today. If you're interested in finding new ways to improve your health and well-being, you can get access to my free webinar, You Are How You Breathe, which talks everything about breath work and breathing techniques. All you need to do to get access to this webinar is go to my website, www.senseofsynergy.com, leave your email address there, and I'll send a link to your inbox. I hope that those tools and practices were helpful for you today. Let me know in the comments down below, how are you going to bring more acceptance into your life after watching this video? If you've enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up or even send it to someone who you think needs a little mindfulness today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.